happily better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
This is Attorney Joe Fishko with an important announcement. On June 1, I joined the Quattrini Law Group. We are keeping my Uniontown and Somerset offices. The new law firm will be answering my phone, and they'll be appearing on the radio show and handling most of my cases. I will remain with the firm, but I won't be handling most of my cases on a day-to-day basis. I chose to join the Quattrini Law Firm because their practice is very similar to mine. They are excellent attorneys, and they handle personal injury cases like auto, truck, and motorcycle and industrial accidents. They also handle workers' compensation, along with work-related hearing loss, Social Security disability, and veteran service-connected disability, employment discrimination, and unpaid overtime claims. So you see, everything except the veterans' claims were the things I did. Regina and I have loved representing our clients through the years, and we will miss them. But at this time in our lives, we need to move on and put our clients in who we truly feel will be the best hands.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation again this hour, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with you. Hey, just a reminder, What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baw's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. Hey, just real quick, going over my list of topics. If there's something else you want to talk about, that's fine by me. You're still going to have to give a call. Should the if evidence warrants it, should the Department of Justice prosecute those accused of pushing the Russia-Trump collusion for election interference agenda, knowing full well that it was false? Should they move ahead on that? Hunter Biden went scorched earth on a podcast the other day on the Channel 5 podcast with Andrew Callahan, blaming everybody and everything for his dad not running for a second term and being forced out. And a bunch of weird, odd stuff that he came out with. Coca-Cola announcing that it's coming out with a new product this fall that will be made with real sugar. Late night host Stephen Colbert, in his first monologue since being informed by CBS that his show will be canceled next May, went after Donald Trump and told him to go do something that's really not physically possible. The Department of Justice, back to them again, apparently are talking to Ms. Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's friend and conspirator, I guess. Would she be willing to cooperate and name names in exchange for a parole, I guess, from her 20-year jail sentence? Mike Rowe, the star of the old show Dirty Deeds, I said, AI is not coming after the blue-collar jobs, such as being a miner, a welder, a plumber, an electrician, bricklayer, construction worker. They're coming after, the AI is coming after the tech jobs and coder jobs. He pushes blue-collar employment. Steelers came out with their throwback uniform yesterday, so your thoughts on that and the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, known as Theo Huxtable from the Cosby Show back in the 80s and 90s, passed away at the age of 54 on a vacation in Costa Rica from a drowning incident. So that's on my list. Whatever's on your list is fine by me. So give me a call, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
This is John.
Yeah, John.
Okay, I have a couple different things I'd like to talk about. One of them is, like the news media, I think a lot of these more higher news media's shows and news shows on TV, I think they cause a lot of the trouble in this country. Mm-hmm. For example, they were saying about 5 million protesters across the country about immigration.
Okay.
I am not against immigration. Both of my grandparents come here that way, but they came through Alice Island, how they're supposed to.
Right.
Okay. Well, they said 5 million people. Well, if you stop and think a little bit, 5 million people, there's 330 million people in this country. So that represents 1.66 of the population.
Okay.
And of them 5 million, probably 2 million to 3 million are the illegals themselves. The other 1 million to 2 million is probably immigrants. I would say a few 100,000 are paid agitators. And the rest are just liberals that want to be fashionable and follow through.
Okay.
I think it's pretty sad when 98.5% of our population would elect to follow these boneheads. That's the best choice of words I can use.
All right.
For this stuff. And I don't call peaceful protests burning people's property, cars, so on and so forth. Also, one other thing I seen on the news recently, there was a lady on there, she's complaining that the Social Security Administration wants her to send some money back. Well, she had 3 or 4 kids on her Social Security. They're no longer there, so she's no longer entitled to money.
That's right.
That's the rule. I know when my wife died, she was on my black lung. I had to send X amount of money back because I wasn't entitled to that money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what these people want. The Democrats gave away everything in this country. It's an open bar for votes. Basically, that's the only way I can say it.
Yeah.
And as far as the justice system, there is no punishment for the crimes in this country. Look at these 5 guys that gunned down a guy outside. They got 3rd-degree murder. They're going to get 5 to 10 years. Come on. Okay. They killed a man.
Yeah, well, and I'll add to that. You probably heard about the off-duty ICE officer in New York City who was shot in the arm and the face by 2 illegal aliens. One of them's got a rap sheet that's dating back 5 years. Not only in New York City, but Massachusetts. He had an active warrant out for missing a parole hearing. So it's the liberal policies in so many states, so many cities, with the liberal Democrat district attorneys too, that are turning a blind eye to so many offenses.
I'm still a Democrat. I've been a Democrat since I was 18 when I was old enough to vote at 21. Okay?
Right.
But I vote for the man, not the party.
Right.
Okay? And that guy that gets on there, I don't know who he is. He's the one who had the birds squealing. He don't need to say Trump. He needs to say Mr. Trump or President Trump. Show the man a little respect.
Yeah. Well, that's my preference. I've eased up on that a little bit. As my policy on this show. Yeah, I agree.
A lot of these people. I mean, let's face it. We're going to pack the school bus. Why should we pack the school bus? I pay a tremendous amount of school tax. I don't have any children anymore here. Why should we buy supplies for the school? If the school can't get by with the money they get, then they need to make some adjustments. That's my thought. I mean, and I think some of this money that's be spent on these illegals and so on and so forth, I think it needs to be built to build more jails. When these people are arrested, no bail, no parole. If it says 10 years, that's where you go for 10 years. And I'm a big advocate of the death penalty. If you did something horrible enough to put you in jail for the rest of your life, you are no longer useful to society.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned,
Gotcha.
I mean,
right.
I know there's a lot of liberals and blah blah blah, but you got to remember something. A piece of rope straightened up the old West. What would it do for the East?
Okay. All right, John. Hey, I got to run. I thank you so much for your phone call today, and we'll chat again in the future, I'm sure.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, John. Bye-bye. Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. I will admit that I'm not completely sold on the death penalty. I think there are instances where it is very much the appropriate punishment. Part of that is coming back to the Ten Commandments. You shall not kill. And some people refer to that as you shall not murder, and it's two different definitions. I understand that. But on some of them, my feeling is if you've killed someone else, you have now forfeited your chance at any kind of life. It's kind of where I wrestle with the whole thing. Also, studies say that it is more expensive for the taxpayer to house somebody on death row, which so often takes 20 years or more for final judgment to come about. It's more expensive than it is to house in general population, probably because of the cost of all the appeals that take place. I'm guessing that plays into it. So I will admit, I am, for the most part, I'm okay with the death penalty, but there's still a part of me that says, is there a better way to go? But it's probably one of those things that will never fully resolve itself, not in just my own beliefs, but in this country as well. So I just wanted to throw that in there a little bit. Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. I'll take my first break of hour 2 of What's on Your Mind, give you a chance to dial those 10 digits, and we'll chat some more right after this.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or,
serving number 3,944.
do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Don't miss this year's Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd. Buy advance tickets now, online or at an advance ticket location and save. Locations include All Around Fence Company, Armstrong, Big Barn, Country Feed and Supply, Fayette Chamber of Commerce, EB and Skosik Tire, Jackson Farms, New Bowers Flowers, New Salem Mini Mart, various Somerset Trust locations, several Sweet Peace locations, and local United Bank locations. Visit FayetteFair.com for specific locations or to purchase online tickets. All rides, concerts, and entertainment are included in the ticket price. Save time and money. Buy your advance tickets now and save for the whole family. The Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd. For more info about ticket prices, the full schedule of events, where to buy advance tickets locally, or to buy tickets online, visit FayetteFair.com.
Fayette County Fair, incredible fun for everyone.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today. Both lines are open. Give me a call, 724-438-4593. So I just came across this. This just came across my phone feed here. For those of you that, grew up in the 60s and 70s and 80s, you might have heard a band called Black Sabbath, led by Ozzy Osbourne. Well, Ozzy passed away earlier today at the age of 76 after battling Parkinson's disease since 2003. He just had his going away concert just this last week or so in England. A lot of other stars came to say, goodbye and well done and, that type of thing. So, and I understand that concert, even though it was pretty much an all-day affair, it is going to hit movie theaters here in the not-too-distant future, pared down to about an hour-and-a-half movie. So, anyway, Black Sabbath frontman Ozzy Osbourne passed away earlier today at the age of 76. So, really kind of a iconic voice that once you heard that voice come across the radio, you knew who was singing. So, all righty. What else here is going on? President Trump was meeting with the president of the Philippines today. On it was, of course, trade issues and also teaming up or talking about ways that they could work together countering the growth of China along the Pacific Rim. So those were on the agenda in the White House today. What else you want to chat about? Steeler throwback jersey. Come on, I know there's some Steeler fans out there. If you haven't seen the throwback jersey yet, go ahead and Google it real quick. It's going to come up. You're going to see it. They really go back to the beginning of the Steelers with this uniform, and it's different. It's not Bumblebee different, if you remember that uniform, that throwback. But it really kind of deviates from the black and gold colors in this throwback. So call me with your thoughts on that. I'll also bring up, I'll bring up Ghislaine Maxwell, or however she pronounces her first name. I really don't know. Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, convicted of sex crimes, in prison for 20 years. I think she's in the third year of that sentence. The Department of Justice pursuing the possibility of her naming names. If an agreement is reached, would that be enough to silence the critics who are crying foul over the Epstein files not being released? And when I say crying foul, it's because, Donald Trump, as candidate Trump for his second term here, part of his campaign was he was going to release the Epstein files. Well, it's been determined that's not going to happen now, and the courts are involved that they may release now the transcripts from the grand jury hearings. A judge has to sign off on that. So now, though, we get Ms. Maxwell involved. Is that enough to quench your curiosity as to other names that knew Jeffrey Epstein and might have been pulled into his tawdry lifestyle? Is that going to be enough? At this point in time, okay, to me, if it happens, okay, it's going to be interesting to hear. But it's also like, okay, you know what I mean? It's just going to be a ho-hum moment almost for me, if and when any of that comes about. Now, it might be a different thing if Ms. Maxwell does open up and start talking. She may have some other stories that hasn't even been touched upon. And if she does, I don't know if there's any way to corroborate any of that. So, okay. Also, I mentioned Coca-Cola, the company, announcing they're going to release a new product in the fall, a new beverage of some kind. They haven't said what, that will have real sugar in it, real cane sugar, as opposed to corn syrup fructose. Healthier. This comes a couple weeks after Donald Trump touting that he had a conversation with Coca-Cola and they've agreed to use real sugar in actual Coca-Cola. Now, the company has not confirmed or denied that statement from the president. If you want to know, though, how much of a difference in taste, well, it's my understanding. I've been told, and I did have a bottle of Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle. You can still get it. It does taste better. It is a different taste than what comes out of the can or comes out of the plastic bottle that you so often are able to buy in a grocery store or a convenience store. And coming out of the glass bottle, to me, it tastes better. Now, whether that's psychological or because there's actual cane sugar used in the bottling in the glass, I don't know. So, your thoughts about that? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, this is Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
We had a good conversation the last time. You even admitted that. I hope we can have another one today.
Well, we'll try.
Okay, first of all, I don't think it was right for Frank to come on there and talk about another caller of yours, Fred, and talk about he needs to take out his hearing aid and open up his mind. And you basically went along with it. And I thought that was just a direct insult to anyone who wants to call in or anyone who listens. Any thoughts?
I don't know that I was that overtly agreeing with Frank, other than the fact that what Frank was saying, that it was probably because of a hearing aid.
No, I understand about the
and so for that regards, I agree. Take the hearing aids out or shut them off, whatever. Put new batteries in and make sure they're charged before you call in, because I did find it very distracting. And quite frankly, me wearing headphones, that feedback hurt my ears.
I understand that, but he also went on and he was talking about him just trying to call you out or whatever. I mean, I question you all the time. I mean, does that make Fred a bad guy?
No, to me, Fred is, he's often asking, to me anyway, to what I feel are questions that really don't have any real bearing to anything. He asked me about President Trump calling the whole Epstein thing a hoax. I did not hear that. It's a one-day news story, as opposed to the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing has been going on for years now. So, of course, I'm going to know more about the whole Jeffrey Epstein business, as opposed to a one-day news story of the president calling it a hoax.
Okay.
So, I said that the other day, maybe not those exact words. I didn't hear it, and that he's got to call back and do it again, saying, "Well, you know about this. Why didn't you know about that?"
All right, so I want to stay on this subject. Let's talk about this Tulsi Gabbard and the revelations that she brought out to Fox News and everything else. There's been no proof of it. Anyone can Google. This woman is filled with conspiracies. She's in love with Russia. Please let me finish. She's pro-Syria, and that was before the turnover, the change of guard, I should say. And, is this a distraction? Let me ask you that question. Is this a distraction to get away from the Epstein thing? And let me finish, because Speaker Johnson is sending Congress home after today. Now, they were already down to 130 days working this year, and now he's sending them home a couple days earlier. That puts them in the 120s, and who knows what's going to happen the rest of the year. Instead of facing the issue and coming out and saying, let's address this head on, when there's bipartisan support from Marjorie Taylor Greene in the House to Josh Hawley in the Senate to say, let's get this out here, release everything, pull these people in front of us, and let's sit down and have a hearing.
Bill, what are you referring to here? Hearing on what?
I'm referring to the release of the Epstein files.
Okay, it's in the hands of the courts right now.
But couldn't they still call witnesses to sit in front of the Senate, sit in front of the Congress?
I don't know. I honestly don't know that this is the business of the Congress, Bill, on something like this. The only thing that's as far as this is concerned right now is President Trump used this as a campaign, part of his campaign, saying he's going to release it. So now it's not going to be a release. So now everything's on him and yelling at him for going back on a campaign promise. Tulsi Gabbard is not the one that has anything to do with this. This is coming back from the Attorney General. That has Pam Bondi has the one that has made the decision not to release it, saying there's nothing there that you don't already know. So that's why the courts are now there, and others are saying, okay, let's go another way here. We're going to have the courts release the Department of the grand jury transcripts. So that's where that stands.
Okay, well, two things about that. Number one, I wasn't including Tulsi Gabbard in the Epstein stuff. I was talking about her accusations that you put in your monologue, accusing former President Obama.
And there are classified documents that she has included in her packet that was sent to the Department of Justice for consideration of proceedings. So classified documents that apparently have President Obama's signature on it, and others that go towards this whole thing. So yes, she says she's seen it. Here's the evidence, and now she's referred it to the Department of Justice. Chuck Grassley in the Senate says he's got another set of documents that he wants to look at for hearings on that.
So, okay, so you say these, because I saw her on, I believe it was Saturday morning on Fox and Friends. It might have been Sunday morning. I'm not sure. And I'm talking about Tulsi Gabbard, that she has this stuff. She has this stuff, and it's going to get released. And you're telling me now that it's got to go to the DOJ first.
It's gone to the Department of Justice, yes.
And so, why isn't it being released?
Because they're classified documents, for one thing.
Well, you can always redact it.
Well,
but then,
so the Department. So and it's not just the United States Department of Justice. It's a district attorney. It's a Pennsylvania Department of Justice. Whoever, once they start investigating, they may say we're investigating this, and that's it. You're not going to hear anything about it until they come to the end of their own investigation as to whether they're going to charge or not to charge. And you may not even hear that. Their proceedings, they keep them confidential. And it doesn't, and again, it's not just the U.S. Department of Justice, it's your local district attorney, it's the State Department Attorney General. They keep that on the down low. They're not going to release it because it jeopardizes any potential court proceedings.
Okay, so is there anything good that can come out of Ghislaine Maxwell talking to the DOJ, talking to the Senate, talking to Congress? Is there anything good knowing that she's serving 20 years?
I don't know. That's what they want. That's what they're investigating. There may be the State Department.
Can I rephrase the question? Is she looking for something? Is she looking for a pardon? Because how could she be trusted? That's what I really.
One thing, she's appealing, and I got to go because I got another call and break coming up. But she's appealing her sentence from the beginning, saying that she was immune from prosecution based off of previous agreement with, I don't know if it was the Justice Department or some other law enforcement agency. So she's already appealing her sentence. And it's my understanding in this most current thing, she didn't go to the Justice Department saying, hey, I'll give you names if you let me out early. It was the Justice Department going to her saying, we might consider letting you out early on parole if you cooperate with us on further investigations.
Okay, rest in peace, Ozzy.
All right. Yes, yes, indeed. All right, thanks for your call, Bill. Bye. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. How you doing this afternoon?
Good.
This is Bill. I can't complain, sir. Thank you very much. I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not going to talk all that crazy stuff. It's too nice today to do that.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers as a starter for Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, I think it's a mistake myself.
You know what I think it is? It's a Model A40 with 2 flat tires. And you know what? He's going to trip over a blade of grass, and he's going to get a boo-boo on one of his toes or feet somewhere along the line, and he's going to be done for a season. And what they pay him, $10 million, $15 million, whatever it was. Down the tubes.
Yeah. I think it just it delays the inevitable of having to find the next franchise quarterback, if that's the term you want to use. Is it Mason Rudolph? I don't know. Probably not. But is it this draft pick? What's his name? Will Howard from Ohio State. I've heard a lot of great things about him. Is he it? I don't know that either, but it just delays finding that out.
Well, you know what? That's exactly right. If you draft a franchise quarterback, so to speak, and now there's how many Ben Roethlisbergers are there? How many Terry Bradshaws are there in the world? They're slim and to none. You know what I mean? So they're 1 in a billion. But give a guy a chance. I'm talking about Howard. Give him a chance, because if he was that good in college, I'm sure he's going to show something in the pros that will shake the Steelers up and say, "Look, hey, we got a good guy here. It's just a matter of letting him play. It's like anybody else, any sport. You got to let them play, so they're aware."
What's going against him is he was a 6th-round draft pick, so that a lot of people consider that kind of a throwaway pick, regardless of who's there. Others say that he's not. Now he's going to be playing with the pros. And, he's not going to be a good... Well, I answer this. He played with guys that are going to be in the pros now, too.
Yes, and not that, but you know what? The pros are the last step in his career or anybody else's career. Let him play the best he can play, and let him, if he's If he's not that good, he's going to show you pretty quick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's going to. Okay, Russ,
All right,
I know
Bill,
you got to
gotta
go.
run. Thanks for your
Nice,
call,
sir.
Bill. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you bet you, buddy. Take care.
Hey, we'll be right back after this. Both lines are open, 724-438-4593. You and I together, we're going to close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind after this.
It's a day that ends in Y, so it's a day that you might decide you don't want to cook. That means it's the perfect day to order Fat Angelo's. Offering delicious pizzas, salads, hoagies, strombolis and calzones, wings, and more. And with 12 locations across the area ready to serve you, today is the day to visit FatAngelosPizza.com, where you can quickly and conveniently find your local shop and place your order online. Or get the local phone number and give them a call. Order up!
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a summer or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans put you in charge of your dream home project with all of the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about a minute and a half left here in conversation time. Plenty of time to chat. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting there. Hey, just a reminder, Pirate Baseball tomorrow afternoon, so there will be no what's on your mind. So you'll have to listen to the Pirates tomorrow. We hope you tune in and stay tuned in here to WMBS, by the way, your hometown station, right? All right. So it looks like we've got a call working their way through the system. We'll be able to get one quick conversation in here before everything comes to an end. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. Hey, I was real fast. Years ago, I had a lady friend that worked I told her I want a draft Coors Light.
Yeah.
She goes, we don't have any. We got cans. And I said, I don't like it in the can. And she goes, you can't tell the difference.
Uh-huh.
And when they finally got more in, she poured me a draft, and she poured our can into a cup. And she mixed them up, didn't show me which was which.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Okay.
I could not tell it. In fact, I guessed the wrong one as a draft.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know what it is, maybe drinking out of glass, but like that guy with that hearing aid thing, I think he needs to put his phone on speaker and talk through it and adjust it and have his family members guide him on instead of, it sounds like,
okay.
Sounds like he's in the bat cave with all these fancy computers going there.
Yeah. All righty. Hey,
Okay.
thanks for your call, but we're out of time. I got to run. Have a great
Okay,
one. Thanks.
don't run, walk slow.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye. Hey, CBS News is next, followed by TJ. This has been a good day. Thanks for calling. WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. A heavy metal giant has died, Ozzy Osbourne. CBS's Matt Piper has a look back at his long-running and varied career.
Ozzy Osbourne rose to prominence during the 1970s as the lead singer of the heavy metal band Black Sabbath. The so-called Prince of Darkness caused an uproar for biting the head off of a bat, but he was able to show his lighter side when a reality show about his family premiered on MTV back in 2002. Crazy. While his music resonated